Yeah, all we know is that there will be at least one global, right?
One can only hope.
I
I
would
really
not be
love. I
surprised.
mean, I mean, Dahaka still excels at this map. We still see the Falstad once in a while, but that's kind of the primaries that we see for globals at this point. But we also have the opportunity for a Lost Vikings, so you never know.
It wouldn't be the worst map to do it on. But Hanzo also, if he's in play on this map, the bosses could be shredded almost instantly.
That
Almost
is true.
solo. He only needs a healer or a tank. So that's
Yeah.
something that I can see.
Yeah, I always forget about the double boss play here and just how much being able to control or manipulate those bosses in your favor becomes such a crucial moment for a team to potentially just kind of snowball a objective, especially if you have curse in a boss pushing in a lane. Things work out pretty well in your favor. But we're gonna have Psistorm banning out that Mayav yet again tonight, and the insta-lock ban onto Blaze.
That's surprising to me. I mean, Psistorm has been playing Blaze very well, but you don't usually see him banned out so early on Curse. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Bunker is just so good.
Yeah, the bunker still really strong. Blaze still really strong as well. So I feel like around those tributes, just with that, the self-sustain he provides could be really difficult to deal with. And there is that Hanzo ban that you had spoken to, taking him off the map.
What a shame.
2
I
EC
love
of
some
double
cheeky
Shibata.
boss play.
Abathur ban.
Everything.
Makes
Very
sense.
big map. Good on this map too. That's not surprising. Really good at high level play.
Mm-hmm.
But the Genji's open.
But Melganis, Pally,
I'm
we saw
sorry, I
Enavir.
completely forgot about the Mal'Ganis again.
It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to remember that he's in the hero pool, but I mean Enavir just put on such a show with him in their last match against tryouts that this is looking really good already for Psystorm. But the Greymane Tyrande pickup from Rage Emoji also really strong.
It is, definitely. I mean, that's you could go so many directions with that opening. So that was smart. I think that's really smart. You could go into almost any warrior, probably a Diablo. Potentially Murden, but I don't know. I'd like to really see the Diablo on that side.
Well, there's that global in the false set, and we are seeing ourselves a white main on top of it. So this is going to be, I feel, a very healthy Psystorm going into these fights to pair into a very healthy team for Rage Emoji with that Tyrande.
Did we forget about Dahaka? Where is Dahaka? Where is our little StarCraft friend?
Where's our dinosaur?
I'm shocked he is not picked in the first rotation here.
Yeah, maybe it's a hero that Rage Emoji doesn't necessarily want to run here. The global style isn't necessarily for everybody. The
True.
Zeratul Tyrael, which I feel like pulling out a Tyrael against Psystorm is saying something because Stronger on Tyrael was some of my favorite Tyrael play that I have ever seen in competitive Heroes of the Storm during the second phase of Open Division. So that's something.
They're doing their homework. There's nothing wrong with that. Zarya. Okay.
Ooh. We get ourselves a Zarya and a Vala follow up.
What a strange comp. I don't hate it. That's two people to protect the Vala. You just need a little bit more support, so the Zarya shields, the white main healing could work out, but that Zeratul is really scary. It's a full dive comp right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they find a target and they go all in. There's a Garrosh as well, so being able to provide that taunt for a single pickoff as well. But is a single pick-off composition like this really going to be enough? Greymane could obviously do a lot of damage to multiple heroes very quickly. But like you mentioned, like this seems very isolated pick, but with a Mal'Ganis to kind of interrupt that, and with a Zarya, do you think that Rage Emoji really breaks through that?
Yes, I do actually. Simple
Tell me.
answer. So Zeratul gonna put a lot of pressure on the back line. While the Garrosh can flip anyone, Tyrael can dive with the Greymane and the Zeratul. If you kill someone, you get the tributes. Get the tributes to get the curse. And there's a lot of power damage here on the side of Rage Emoji. So I don't know. I think it's a really, really good draft, especially on this map.
Yeah, it's a draft that, so long as they're able to secure those picks and not necessarily have the crowd control kind of turn against them, I do also see it succeeding. But we're gonna have to keep an eye to see how if Enavir can really prevent that from happening. But we're gonna get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of the best of 3 for this finals. In the blue, we have Rage Emoji. We're gonna see Hao Nguyen on the Greymane, Caesar Salad on Tyrande, Diesel will be on the Garrosh, Liam on Tyrael, and Noah on the Zeratul.
And on the red for Psistorm Gaming, we have NSJ on the Vala, Highscoa on the Falstad, Stronger on the Zarya, Enavir on the Mal'Ganis, and Kenji on the Whitemane.
These teams spreading out into lanes, not necessarily doing the death brawl. And with that Zarya, always comes the attempt at a very early wall push, but it was sniffed out by Rage Emoji, and Zarya immediately falling in the first 30 seconds of this game.
There you go, the pick comp at its best. So early on. If they keep doing that, they're gonna have a crazy level lead. And that's how they win this game. I mean, it's less macro, more just non-stop picking members of Psistorm.
And can I just say, on the side of Rage Emoji, not many teams would have said, all right, we know there's a Zarya, we know specifically this is Psistorm Gaming, who like to run the push real hard in one lane early in the game with this style of composition. Rage Emoji, they were like, we know what they're up to, and we're going to shut them down immediately. Psistorm got no value out of that initial push. They barely were able to touch the fort. They're going back in this time around now and having a little more success, but it was such a great preemptive read from Rage Emoji, showing that they understand how Psistorm likes to play.
Oh no, is Zeratul in trouble? No, he's good.
He's fine.
Just teleport out of there, he's fine. And the early camp from Rage Emoji. That's what Greymane is so good for. Greymane Tyrande can get the camp so easily. Just you never know where they are because they are off the map for what, 2 seconds and they get a camp? So that's gonna just have so much pressure in each lane if they're just rotating every time the camp is up.
Looks like second time's a charm here for Psistorm, though. They are able to get that top gate completely gone. However, the rest of Rage Emoji pushing in mid with this camp, trying to at least trade out, which might be favorable for them in the long term. But I feel like at some point, one of these teams is going to say, who's defending what? HeroesHype doing their best simply to zone out. We see a couple members on top from Rage Emoji doing the same, Diesel and Caesar Salad. Both these teams are just trying to do the same thing, and Mal'Ganis is just hanging out in bottom, saying, I'm going to do Mal'Ganis things in the off lane. Don't mind me, no big deal. So we have a fort going down already in favor of Rage Emoji. Tyrande going to go down. Diesel, though, on the run. Psistorm gets the picks, even though they lost the fort.
And they're going to even it out right now. They're about to take top fort. They're a little bit behind on XP. This Vala is scary low. Is the tower gonna take any of these members down? No, okay.
Yeah,
that was very scary.
Owl misses. Liam going to fall. Tyrael gonna get a little bit of damage onto Enavir with that hashtag trait value.
And top fort never fell. It was doing too much damage to Psistorm. They were never able to finish that. So that was just huge win for Rage Emoji.
Yeah, they were so close, but it's so far, and in the end, it didn't even matter for them. So that fort will stand. It is experience in the bank if they ever want to go in and finish it off. And with that global with Falstad, perhaps during a tribute phase, it might be a very quick distraction to go clear that out, take down the fort, and then fly to the tribute if that is still available. So there are options for Psistorm Gaming to still make this work in their favor.
Absolutely, and the Garrosh is laning against Falstad. That is just so strange that the Garrosh is solo laning. I guess Sochiriel can roam with that Greymane and dive. But that's a lot less pressure for Rage Emoji in the mid lane when you don't have anyone to flip members of Psistorm.
Rage Emoji trying to get a bit of damage. Stronger had some great shields that kind of paused the assault from them, however. Diesel trying to keep eyes, gets the hit onto Hyskoa. He's going to barrel roll away. Tribute number 2 looking like it's going to be picked up by Psistorm. So we have 1 point on the board for each of these teams. The Lunar Flare at least stalling out a little bit. I miss Tyrande so much for this reason. Just the constant poke for a bit. But eventually Psistorm gets it.
Yeah, and it's even in structures. I mean, mid-keep wall is down for Psistorm, but it is still anybody's game. We do see a boss play by each team. Smart. Neither are 10 yet. This is definitely a way to get closer to 10. This is going to be a huge advantage, though, for Psistorm Gaming, because this boss is pushing a keep.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm wondering, I mean, at the very least, Rage Emoji, they do have that clear with the Greymane, with the Tyrande, that should hopefully accelerate their ability to deal with that. Also getting a little bit of pressure in the mid lane might help them in their favor, but right now, both teams really trying to look for that level 10, which will be online for the next tribute. Whoever gets that gets a little bit closer to that first curse here.
Definitely, and we do see it getting picked up by Psistorm first. Not too much sooner than we're gonna see it on Rage Emoji. Both will have 10s for this tribute, so it could get pretty crazy very fast. I'm kind of wondering about this combo here, though, on Psistorm Gaming with the Rain of Vengeance and the Mighty Gust and the Expulsion Zone. What are we planning here?
We're gonna find out. Caesar Stalin starts the channel. Garrosh with the stun. The Void Prison kind of pauses things for the time being. Caesar Stalin coming in, gets the Lunar Flare, but a little bit too early. A beautiful gust coming out from Hyskoa. Kind of pushed the fight away, and the fight resets for the time being. Both teams trying to position. Hanuman trying to get the channel yet again, but Enivir coming in, getting the sleep, and Diesel is taking a ton of damage. Has the healing there. Hanuman now going in onto the backside. Stronger taking a lot of damage. The taunt did come out from Diesel, trying to buy a bit of time, but he is going to go down, while the rest of Rage Emoji now on the retreat. And Psistorm Gaming starts to channel this tribute.
That was very, very well played by Psistorm Gaming. There's a lot of communication because a lot of their ults do not synergize, which is why I was wondering how that was going to work out. You don't want to gust everyone out of Expulsion Zone, but Expulsion Zone, as we saw, was just used as a zoning tool to get
really
a better gust.
It's always tricky not to overlap certain things like that, and it's very much also like the mosh pit gust that sometimes you overlap them and suddenly you just kind of render both useless. But Psistorm being able to communicate that, being able to use them in their best positions here. So looks like we might have a player drop from the game. Let's see if they want a pause here. And they do. So we have another disconnect, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back shortly. But we are still looking really even. Psistorm is on curse point, though. So with the gathering of this next tribute, they would be able to have that advantage, get some additional push in with. And with that kind of Zarya push comp that they've drafted, they might get a lot of value very quickly if that happens, Pelly.
Definitely. It's been working out for them. They do have pressure on top keep already, even though we do see the siege cam kind of pushing that back. That's really good because their boss is top lane, so the Zarya Vala is actually working out beautifully. They're able to get so much damage in so quickly. And not even worry about the Zeratul. The Zeratul and the Greymane haven't really been too much of a threat to them, as far as I've seen yet. That could change.
Psistorm coming in, highest go at clean. That camp, the Void Prison is out. Expulsion zone there as well. The taunt does connect as soon as that is over. NSJ is taking a lot of damage. Sanctification used, and the kill is onto Zarya. Enivir using Carry On Swarm to try to heal up. Is it going to be enough? Sun comes out from Garrosh. The flip isn't there, but who cares? Vala is going to fall. The Gust, though, to save the rest of Psistorm. This tribute should be going over to Rage Emoji, tying it up 2-2.
Yeah, and now it comes online. Every time I say it hasn't, it immediately does. That was very well played. The Zeratul got who we needed to in the Void Prison to get some of that damage onto the backline. Really put some pressure on them. Once Vala drops, you're severely lacking in that damage. Very dependent on Vala. So yeah, I mean, the Zeratul could be very effective with Greymane if you're going full pick.
Yeah, absolutely. What's really curious to me as I look at this map, we saw that Zarya and we saw kind of the priority in, pushing early. But the structural advantage right now over onto the side of Rage Emoji, they've already taken out 2 forts. So if they get a curse here, they could potentially push out those mid and bottom lanes and really kind of push things heavily in their favor and almost possibly open up a win condition if they're even able to get out a keep. We're sitting at level 13 for both teams, so this is going to be very even. All heroics about to be up. Sanctification is 10 seconds away. See how this plays out.
This is such an important tribute. Curse point for both teams. Both bosses are coming up soon. Whoever gets the first curse is gonna have such a structure advantage, so this is a big deal.
4-person Void Prison unleashes. The Sanctification is there. Carry On Swarm used to keep Enivir alive. The Gust is there, but Stronger is getting low. Not enough to save Zarya, who goes down. Enivir looking in a tricky position, uses the sleep to escape. The NSJ just seemingly melted off the map. Now the focus onto the rest of Psistorm. Whitemane going to fall, and Enivir on Mal'Ganis going to fall right after. And Pally, we have a 5-man wipe. Rage Emoji going to grab their boss before even thinking about grabbing this tribute, just to have that extra pressure pushing the bot lane with them during the curse.
Yeah, this should almost guarantee them a keep because they do have a huge wave on bot. And if they push with this, I think we're going to see the first keep of the game here.
Yeah, this is a really tricky situation if you're Psistorm Gaming. The boss is taken right at the beginning. That lane is already pushed up pretty far as well. So Psistorm, they need to clear out as much of the other lanes as possible to try to not give up additional structural damage as much as possible so that they can dedicate all their resources to that bottom lane, because otherwise that 5-man push and that boss is just going to destroy that bot lane, no problem. And the camp steal on top of it, Rage Emoji is putting so much effort into this, and they might be able to get a lot out of it.
Yeah, I think this can even potentially be 2 keeps because that camp is still pushing in mid lane with a wave.
Diesel uses the taunt simply to try to escape, gets the flip away from Mal'Ganis. Coming around the backside, they have already lost Zeratul, so that is Void Prison and a lot of damage that they don't have for this push. They're going to try to help this boss as much as possible. The Enivir is there with the sleep. Going back onto the backline. It's looking like Rage Emoji on full retreat now as Psistorm Gaming is just able to hold on and possibly save this keep if they're feeling lucky. But it's a little bit of a race there.
It's going to be very close. But they did lose mid-keep to just one wizard minion, so
So, boss, wizard minion, which is more powerful, Pally, given that picture? But we have 2 keeps down on the side of Psistorm Gaming, so for the rest of this game, it's going to be tricky dealing with that catapult pressure and trying to finish out that that curse point that they have 2 points in for. So they have that going in their favor. They just have to wait for an opportunity to engage in a team fight, get a substantial pick that allows them to get that tribute, and then push through top. Try to end this game as soon as possible. Maybe do the same thing of grabbing your own boss, which it looks like Rage Emoji trying to deny them.
Yeah, and they can't really do anything here until 16 happens, so this is smart. Rage Emoji's trying to force a fight prior to 16.
It's so close though, Kelly. I'm a little nervous.
But we have holy ground, so as long as the Tyrael's in play, this should be a boss for Rage Emoji.
Zero's is going to fall. The holy ground is there. The boss is grabbed. Starfall used on the backside. This is full of retreat from Rage Emoji, already losing 2 members. So not too much gained with this boss, but being able to deny that before that 16 was grabbed for Psistorm is a huge play, simply to put a wet blanket on the plans of Psistorm Gaming.
It definitely is, and we might actually... It's potential curse, though, for Psistorm, because this tribute is coming up. Everyone will be up, but we might see Garrosh a little late to it. So this is their opportunity.
We do know Lunara has the ability to at least stall out a bit. She has Lunar Flare, she has that Owl. So that is one tool in the belt of Rage Emoji to kind of stop that curse point from happening.
I think they really need to go for it here, though, but Psistorm can't lose any members or they lose the game. There's a lot of cata pressure on the core right now, too.
Yeah, that is building up. So the longer this goes on, the better it is for Rage Emoji. The flip is there onto Enevere. The sleep does come out as well. Psistorm Gaming now on the chase. The bodies of Rage Emoji. Enevere trying to get that damage out. The Starfall is there. Diesel is taking so much damage. The Sanctification and the Scarlet Agent used for both teams. And a beautiful taunt coming out from Garrosh. They were able to get out the white main. And we are looking at a 1-person advantage with the health bars on both teams looking a little bit risky. White person does come out and the damage is there. The Gust tries to save the members of Psistorm. They're able to take out the Zeratul, but the Vala and the Zarya fall at the same time, make that fall set as well. Morganis being able to get away. That is curse point denied for a little bit longer. And we've got pressure on the core as well. You have that camp, you have those catapults as well.
This should be game here. There are a lot of catapults. There are 4 members of Rage Emoji up versus a Morganis, and Morganis could do a lot of damage, but I don't think we can do 4 people damage and catapults.
So it's looking like game number 1 going over to Rage Emoji on the path for their revenge against Psistorm Gaming from a couple weeks ago.